Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the last video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I prep a weapon to be received back by the customer. So I like to apply some sort of rust preventative, whether that be Renaissance wax or what I'm going to now, which is frog lube. This kind of helps reduce the likelihood of the metal rusting or oxidizing in storage. So I like to do the best I can to help the customer out with that. So I'll be disassembling a 1911, cleaning it, oiling it up, and putting it back together. So hope you enjoy this. All right, guys, so we will begin with disassembly. I'm taking it out of the factory packaging, which I put it back into after I got done engraving. So here's a little bit of before finishing. Got to drop out the slide stop, then the slide retainer pin. Take the slide off, remove the spring, and then subsequently the barrel bushing and the barrel. All right, after we get everything disassembled, I'm going to use frog lube solvent, which is a natural solvent, doesn't have a whole lot of harsh chemicals in it. Just spray this on the firearm and then proceed to start removing all the oil that is on the frame and the slide. I do this first so the lubricant has a better bond. It previously had CLP on it, but as you can see, it's coming out pretty dry and looking quite clean just from removing the oil that's already on there. I take this little nylon brush, type of scrub the frame to get into any of the crevices and obviously the deepness of the engraving. It's a lot more difficult to do this with a rag or anything else, but this nylon brush helps a lot, and it doesn't really leave any scratches or anything on the steel frame. Really important to use something that's not going to leave a residue or scratch it like a steel brush or anything else would. Here's some footage of it clean. Looks really good already. All right, now we're going to start on the slide. Same process. Spray this down with solvent. Then we're going to use that nylon brush to scrub into all of the recesses and grooves in there to get all of that oil out best I can. It's a little bit of a time sink of a process, but I think it's worth it. Make sure to get the top, the sides, and everything I can. All right, so here's some footage of the slide post cleaning. It's dry. Looking really sharp. All those grooves and lines, the line work is coming out brilliantly. All right, so I'm gonna take this heat gun, which is just a forced air heater, and preheat the slide and the frame after this so it can better absorb the lubricant. This takes a little while to get it hot to the touch, enough to where it's kind of painful to hold it. That's when I know, hey, it's probably ready. It's important to heat this up because if you don't, the lubricant doesn't adhere as well to the base metal. because this lubricant isn't like just normal oils. It's more of a paste. So in its room temperature, it's a solid essentially. So when you're heating the base metal, it's able to break down that paste into a liquid and absorb it. And then once the metal cools back down, it'll kind of be almost a molecular bond. I don't know if that's truly accurate, but that's best how I can explain it. Then also after it's dried and cooled down, I'll apply another layer. But this just preps it to where it's a lot easier to clean, and then also subsequently put lubricant back on there if it's been preheated, because it just bonds so much better. Using these microfiber cloths, it kind of, sometimes they leave a residue, some of the fibers come off, so it's kind of a pain, but a little bit of work from the brush and just paying attention, get it all off there. And here she is, coated, looking great. A couple pieces of fiber on there, but I'll get them off. And on to the frame. Same process, use a heat gun, warm it up till it's unpleasant to touch, and then I'll put the lubricant back on there. Frame takes a little bit longer because it's such a larger piece of metal, so it takes a little bit longer for that heat to penetrate. There being less engraving on the frame because of the grip area, makes it a little bit easier to apply this, and also it's a more flat surface, so it's much easier to put it on the frame than it is on the slide. But give it just the same amount of care as I did the slide, because it'll all be handled and exposed if this is a normally used gun. Probably won't be, because I know who I'm selling this to, and they're probably going to keep it in a safe somewhere or on a shelf for people to look at, but nonetheless. And here's the fully assembled pistol. I put another coat of that frog lube on there. These are the aftermarket grips. They're ebony. That I had purchased for this gun, but that frog lube doesn't leave a super intense sheen on there. You can feel it and you can tell that it's got some layer of protection on it, but it has a lot better hand feel than dousing it in oil, and it just looks beautiful. I love the way this turned out, and I hope you guys did too. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope this kind of gave you some perspective as what I do before a customer's weapon leaves me. So, see you in the next one.